you've lost 73 pounds and you aspire to be in the best shape of your life. What clicked?
When I had my son, I realized very quickly that I have to become so much more efficient with my time.
We're interviewing somebody who has such a great story. He's a new dad. He was a high school football player, a beast on the field, and he is now in the process of being a beast in the playroom.
I had become a dad in 2023, and something inside me said, I gotta do it. He's gonna be on the move soon, and I decided to just jump into it. I need that efficiency. I need that structure. So we're talking about a structured, efficient way to approach your fitness without any guesswork. If you have the right approach and the right program, you could do it too.
Welcome to the BODi Experience Podcast. You know, it's been a busy day when it's 3:15 and I haven't even shaved yet. That's been a busy day. We got a lot going on. But today we're doing a podcast. We're interviewing somebody who has such a great story, and he is right in the sweet spot of who we want to serve, and that is busy parents. He's a new dad, but before he was a new dad, he was a high school football player, a beast on the field, and he is now in the process of being a beast in the playroom to get into the best shape of his life. He's already lost 73 pounds, but at 31 years old, he's not done yet. I want to introduce you to the newest member of the BODi Experience community. Please welcome to the podcast, Sean Dwyer. Welcome, Sean.
Thank you, Carl. How's it going?
It's good. Did I get it all right? Right? 31 years old.
Yeah.
New dad.
Yep.
You got a killer dog behind you. Hopefully,
Yeah, no, you've passed out.
Hopefully he stays asleep. Okay. So, look, I really appreciate you doing this. The whole goal of the BODi Experience Podcast is to help demonstrate to people, particularly busy parents, that like if you had been an athlete back in high school or college and you knew what it was like, how easy it was because you were active all day, you could eat whatever you wanted, but then that sort of goes away, and then your habits change, and then you got the kid and you don't have time to go to the gym. You chose a while back to do then Beachbody programs, now BODi, and you've stuck with it. And I'm super curious how it's worked for you, why it's worked for you, and why 15 years later you continue to do it.
All right, so my journey begins with P90X, my sophomore into junior year of high school. I was a football player. I was a lineman. And on the football field, as a lineman, you have to be big. By the end of my sophomore year, I was a very good football player. I blew up to 255 pounds, and I knew it wasn't right. I knew I had to lose weight. My brother's good friend, he brought over some P90X DVDs one day, and my brother didn't touch them, but I ended up popping one into the DVD player one day, and I just went to it. I had a 20-pound rack of dumbbells, 5, 10, 15, 20s at home, and I just started doing P90X. I ended up going from 255 pounds down to roughly 185, 190, and I came back to school the following year, and people are asking me where I went. I was like, guys, I decided to lose some weight. Fast forward to now, I've gone on a bit of a roller coaster, over the last 10 years or so. And it comes from a place of becoming complacent, becoming satisfied where I'm at, in not having the drive to achieve more. I've been to 255 pounds in my life at least 2 times. And then my final weight loss journey, which I started last year, I got up to 277 pounds. I had become a dad in 2023, and something inside me said, I got to do it. He's going to be on the move soon, which he is, and he's all over the place. He's jumping on this couch right behind me, and I decided to just jump into it. Best weight loss journey of my life. And, here I am today, let's 3 rounds of Body Beast later and a little bit of dig deeper. And I'm just doing it.
Well, it's interesting because I appreciate that you're hanging in there with it, that you're choosing this again. Some people might say, well, hey, you did this, you lost the weight. Like you said, you've been on a roller coaster. So some people might say, well, this ecosystem doesn't work then. If you're on a roller coaster, then it's not working. But it sounds to me like you're taking responsibility at the program's work, but it was your stages of life and your priorities that let you sort of get off track.
It all starts in the head. It all starts in the mind. Every weight loss I've currently been on has been for a different reason, but it's ultimately it's come down. It doesn't matter the vehicle in which I use. It comes down to your mindset, and when you get too complacent, like I've been 255 pounds. I've dropped down to 185, 190 at least 2 other times in my life, and it comes with my experience. It comes from becoming complacent with where you're at. So the second you establish complacency, then you're done. It just kind of stops you in your tracks. You're like, I'm good. I lost the weight. I'm going to, go back to what I was doing before. But for me, this time it was about not getting complacent.
Let me get into the complacency for a second. Like, because here's what I've experienced. Like, you sort of taper off, you're working out and you're not committed to the program. You're just sort of every once in a while working out, but you're eating like you're working out or even worse. And you can tell your pants, you're not using the same spot in the belt. Your jeans aren't fitting the same way. And you can tell your stamina is not the same. What do you think it is that lets you go so far that you let this creep up 5, 10, 20, 40 pounds before you sort of get in your own face and make a decision to turn things around? How does that happen?
When you become sedentary, it just makes you less focused on the goal. It's hard to answer that because everybody has their own story. But from my perspective, you just get used to not doing it. So you just get very complacent and just the status quo. And, if you're going to get home from work one day and have a couple beers or, DoorDash, that was a big, having a newborn and being at home a lot. Initially, we were DoorDashing like crazy. Dunkin', Starbucks, McDonald's, whatever it may be. It's all about just establishing, good momentum, and the opposite of that is going to stop you in your tracks.
What is it that clicks? And I'm asking this for the audience because there's people watching this who are like, I don't know, like I don't want to start because I don't want to fail again, and I don't want to lose the weight and then put the weight back on again, and that's just going to piss me off. Like, how do you? So I want them to hear what your process is that's led you now to this round. You've lost 73 pounds and you aspire to be in the best shape of your life. What clicked?
It's establishing small goals, right? So when you establish small goals initially, it's going to ultimately get you to the big goal. I was 277 pounds. And every year since 2019, here in Connecticut, we've done a 5K, a prostate cancer 5K for my girlfriend's, her dad. And every year I looked at those runners, right, at the 5K as I was walking it in the back. I looked at the runners who were, approaching the finish line, and I looked at them and I said, I could do that. That's something I could do. I may be 250 plus pounds right now, but I know I could do that. Fast forward back in February of last year, I went out, I bought some brand new sneakers with the goal in mind of being able to do this 5K that I've talked so much about doing in the past. Got the brand new pair of shoes, right? Combined Body Beast with a Couch to 5K treadmill workout. Fast forward 3 months, I was on the treadmill, or I was at the 5K. I completed it in 32 minutes at about 240 pounds. So that was my first small goal, right? My next small goal, my girlfriend and I were moving. We actually moved to a different apartment. And that was August 1st of last year. So, my next small goal was, all right, August 1st, I'm going to be this many pounds. I forgot what it was at the time, but that was August 1st. Fast forward, we had a wedding to go attend to in October, right? That was my next goal. Between August 1st, whatever weight I was somewhere around 230-ish to end of September. I got down to 204. Small goals. You can't look at you at 100 pounds lighter. You have to say, I want to do this thing by this date. I want to be this weight by this date, right? You can't look at the big goal initially, but those small goals are going to get you there.
So in the process of losing that weight and achieving these milestones, how is your experience of fatherhood changing? Because you're just as busy, but I just wonder if you had a realization that, wow, this is a very different experience now.
Yes. So to all of my, single, aspiring possible parents out there who don't have kids yet, you have all the time in the world. So you have time to achieve those goals you want. You have the time. It's there. You get home from work. I know you're busy or whatever. You have the time now. When I had my son, he was born March 5th, 2023. I quickly realized my time is valuable to me. I realized very quickly that I have to become so much more efficient with my time. And this comes down to even my content creation process as well. So the time I go to the gym, I go to the gym when, the household is asleep. Roughly by 10 o'clock, my girlfriend, the baby, or he's 2 years old now. He's running around like a maniac. But, they're asleep. That's my gym time. So in the process, I learned that of becoming a father, time is everything, and you have to be as efficient with it as possible.
And so where are you on the journey now? Tell me specifically what you're like, how are you managing to maintain this consistency doing these programs over and over again? Because I know you've got options. You could be doing anything. If you've got the time to figure this out and you're a creative guy, why continue with these programs over and over again? And what is your experience with them?
It takes away the guesswork. All right. So it takes away all the guesswork and maximizes your efficiency. So instead of going to the gym and say, all right, I'm going to, curl, a couple times, I'm going to, I don't know, do some tricep extensions. It takes away all of that. You go to the gym, you have a solid plan in place. You do the thing. You do what whoever you're, Sagi, Autumn, Sean T, you do what they say, right? You do what they say, and then you get on with your day, you get on with your night, whatever it may be. And as a busy, I work 45, 50 hours a week. I come home, toddler, girlfriend, she works too, I need that efficiency. I need that structure, right? So we're talking about a structured, efficient way to approach your fitness without any guesswork.
How do you keep yourself accountable? Like, do you have any workout buddies? Do you have any support system? Is it your girlfriend that's the support system? Because I know that if I've got somebody who I'm texting with, it's like 4 or 5 times more likely that I'm going to show up. And I don't need to be in the same space with them. I just need to be like, you're doing it. I said I was doing it. Here we go. Let's go. And maybe there's a little trash talk in there. But I wonder how you stay on track.
All right. So my girlfriend, she's been a huge fan of BODi workouts since as far back as I can remember. She did P90X as well early on. She is currently on I don't know, she's done it like at least 3 times now. Lift More. She's doing Lift More right now. And while she is my, accountability partner, I like to hold myself accountable because I started making those posts as an accountability piece to myself, but also to anybody else in the world that's going to listen to it, hear it, be like, yeah, I could do that too. This guy lost this much weight. I could do it too. I could do the same thing. So posting is my accountability piece. My girlfriend is 100% my accountability piece. But also the excuses I made in my mind a little over a year ago and any time in the past, I use those excuses as there's no reason I can't do it right now, right? The old me would have said, oh, I'm too tired. I had a busy day. I had a long day. Whatever excuse my brain's going to come up with, I channel that, right? So I channel that and I say, I'm not too tired. I was too tired a year ago when I was 280 pounds, right? Then I was too tired. I was carrying around that much weight. Now it's just, there's no time for excuses, right? When your goals are huge, there's no time. And so you have to eliminate excuses. You have to, the accountability piece is good, but at the end of the day, you got to dig deep in your mind, and you just have to tell yourself, these excuses, I can no longer listen to them. Your mind's always going to try to weigh you down. It's always going to try to, keep you from doing the thing you want to do. But in order for you to push through, you have to, just do the opposite. I struggle with that today too, a little bit sometimes.
Well, I think everybody does. I like to call it, you got to pay your dues. Like, you don't get to keep your strength, your mobility, your energy, unless you pay those dues. And for a half hour to 45 minutes a day, you pay the dues of discomfort. And that's what earns you the benefits of energy and comfort and agility well into your later years that most people take for granted. Now, I'm interested. You said you post content. Are you an affiliate? Do you use that to generate any sort of affiliate traffic for yourself?
Yes, I am. I am an affiliate. I became an affiliate as soon as the program rolled out. I could do a better job of directing traffic. I did have a little bit of prior experience with affiliate marketing years ago. When you guys released the affiliate opportunity, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Like I know affiliate marketing.
Got it. Well, as part of the new BODi Experience community, we simplified all that. So I'm glad to hear you were a part of the original one, but I hope you transition to the new affiliate program, because it's going to be super simple and I think more rewarding for you. It's going to convert better. You'll be able to see, who your customers are, what they bought. It's going to be, and what it's going to do for you, I think, is you're going to see more directly the impact that you're having on people's lives, which is really what I want the BODi Experience and the BODi Experience community to be about. Like, I don't think that the company BODi or any company can succeed at helping. Look, there's 64 million busy parents in the United States. The statistics would say that over 3/4 of them are overweight or obese. I don't think we help those parents as a company unless we all lift together, unless we all work together to share this with other people. So I'm super grateful. I know you put a lot of work into your posting, not just your workouts and how you manage your nutrition, but the fact that you're posting about it is heroic. And I'm really grateful for that, because I think particularly with dads, they take it for granted. They're done their athletic years. Now they're just doing the job. They're trying to keep the roof over everybody's heads. And otherwise they want to watch TV. And the fact that you have maintained or rediscovered this mindset, I think is super inspiring. So I'm, as CEO of this place, I know I'm in it for the long haul, but I'm grateful to see guys like you step up and know that it's important what we do. So as we sort of wrap this up, I want to know what your end game is. You've lost these 73 pounds and you're 31 years old. You got a long life ahead of you, hopefully. And I want to know, how you going to keep it going, and what's your objective now? And then what after that?
So, now, I mean, I guess my end goal, just because I've never achieved it before, is going to be, the 6-pack. I've never I've never been able to achieve it in totality. And the current state I'm in right now, I still have some love handles to lose. But the outlet's coming in. So in my personal end goal might be that. And then from there, we'll kind of figure it out. But right now, when I say get in the best shape of my life, it's just that's a shape I've not been in. So that is my end goal currently, but I wouldn't say call it an end goal. It's just another step in the journey. As far as the future, it's I have a 2-year-old, right? The goal with everything, all the noise, online and throughout the world, it's to raise him in a healthy household. My girlfriend and I were not fortunate enough to grow up in families that raised no disrespect to my mom and dad, but it's just like they did what they did. And I grew up in a household that didn't prioritize health and fitness. And my girlfriend and I see a very unique opportunity with, a young 2-year-old, right? And who has his whole life ahead of him, who's going to come in and, be exposed to just good, healthy eating, healthy lifestyle, have fit parents growing up. Like, it's just, that's the end goal. That's the main end goal, is to just for him to have parents he can look up to, right? Be proud of. And, just it's good for us. It's good for him. It's not bad for anybody. And the fact that I have a 2-year-old's life in my hands currently, it's an immense responsibility. And, it gives him the best possible chance for success in his own life. Right. And I bear that, I bear that responsibility, my girlfriend and I equally, and we're both on the same page. And that's the end goal, is to just have a healthy family. And in the process, with the power of social media, let the world know about BODi products and what they've done for us, my family, and what they could do for their own. That's the end goal, is because I know everybody's very busy in life and such, and losing weight may not seem like a priority to some people, but if you have the right approach and the right program, you could do it too.
Well, look, I appreciate your honesty and your time sharing with us, but most of all, I just respect the fact that you show up for yourself and for your family, staying on top of your health and fitness and your nutrition, and the fact that you post about it and share it with other people. Like, gosh, if I could have 100,000 of you, we could really change the world. So, but I'll start with one of you, and I know there's others out there. So, thanks so much for joining us on the BODi Experience, and I can't wait to see your progress. I'm following you on Instagram, and I want to see when you finally get, all the way to that 6-pack. I think you're doing pretty good, by the way. You're not giving yourself enough credit, but when you get to that 6-pack, I can't wait to celebrate with you. And make sure that everybody in the BODi Experience community sees what's possible when you really commit. So thanks so much, Sean.
Carl, thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
All right. So you need to get on board. If you're a busy parent, you're a busy person, and you want to achieve something in your life that feels good, that helps you get your energy back, that demonstrates to your kids that this is important, that you can avoid all sorts of problems, that there's something about helping the body understand how to keep working and respond to stress and respond to resistance and respond to the need for stamina. That's how you overcome obstacles in life. That's how you show your kids never to give up. And it's people like Sean who inspire us all to keep going and to fully commit to the BODi Experience. So I hope that's you. And I hope you join us in the BODi Experience community for motivation and rewards. There's challenges in there every week. We're giving away points and discounts and rewards to try to keep people motivated, to keep it fresh, and to make it a priority in your life. So be like Sean, be like the thousands of others who show up for themselves and for their family, and keep pushing play. Till next time, see you on the BODi Experience.